gentlemen, introducing your host from the birthplace of extreme, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at, well, an average weight for a person of his size, Shondell Wilbur.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Bury the Booking Podcast, Wrestling Podcast. My name is Del, that is Devin. How are we doing?
Doing great.
Doing great.
Yes, sir.
Happy Easter to the people who do Easter, all our bunniers out there. Happy 420 day to those people as well. And happy WrestleMania weekend to all the rest of us.
Wait, did you say bunniers?
Bunniers? I don't know.
Do you know why the Easter Bunny hides chicken eggs?
Ooh. No.
Because he don't want nobody to know that he slept with a chicken.
Okay. Fair enough.
It's a bad joke. I know I'm tired. Too much WrestleMania.
Too much WrestleMania. And guess what? There's another heaping helping of WrestleMania coming up in just a few short hours. We are going to be gearing up for night 2, which means we're going to get this one in and out. We're going to give you the good stuff.
You work Monday?
I do.
Oh.
I do, yeah. It is, I would normally not, but there's something I definitely have to do.
Oh, yeah, nothing I got to do.
Yeah, so, which sucks. But what didn't suck was night 1 of WrestleMania, and that's what we are here to talk about right now. Before we break down the card, matches, and results, and all the particulars, what was the overall for night 1 for you for WrestleMania 41 from Las Vegas, Nevada?
Predictable.
Okay.
In my opinion, not the best WrestleMania.
Okay.
There wasn't enough wow factor.
Okay.
For me. I'm hoping they're probably going to save that for night 2.
It's very possible.
But there wasn't enough wow factor for me.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Well, let's just, without further ado, let's jump right into it. WrestleMania 41 kicked off, of course, with, and I guess if we're talking about predictable, this is kind of the textbook of it. We all knew where this one was going. This is Jey Uso looking to finally beat and dethrone Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship in our WrestleMania opener. Yeet-a-mania was running wild. How did we like this match first before we get into the finish here?
I'm going to say a B-.
Okay.
For Jey trying to avenge his brother and Gunther trying to maintain his title, I thought there'd be a lot more physicality going on.
Okay. I can see that. Yeah, they did the whole, Jey trying to make a comeback.
Mm-hmm.
Gunther hits him with the cutoff or chop off, so to speak, because there were some chops definitely thrown in this match. But yeah, I mean, it was that. It was definitely Jey's. You've seen the difference in Jey in terms of how he brought the fight to Gunther, but also his resolve when Gunther, cut him off, shut him down pretty much, have him down and out. He had enough in him to either kick out, fight, or, whatever, persevere through in the matchup. And ultimately, he hits a string of moves and he gets the tap out victory from Gunther.
Too fast.
Gunther has a weakness, man. He don't like getting his neck grabbed from behind. So
yeah, that was There was
it's uncomfortable for him. He was like, no.
I would expect more of a struggle
Mm-hmm.
from Gunther with that.
Maybe even like a choke out.
A choke out or him getting out and Jay finish him off with his finisher.
Okay. I'm interested to see, how because he tapped out, he submitted to Jey Uso here, dropping the World Heavyweight Championship to him. So, that part of it is slightly interesting to see what happens after that. Like, we have a submission win from Jey Uso. Like, it goes down as Jay submitted Gunther.
Yeah.
So, did we know Jey Uso was winning? Yeah, I would say so.
Of course, especially when the man has a cereal now.
Yes, Frosted Yeats.
Yeah.
Once you drop that cereal, you've made it.
Yeah, I'm about to say I pulled it up because I got it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is what we're talking about, people.
Yeah, look at that.
Jey
Look at
Uso's
Frosted Yeats. Look at that.
1999.
Look at that. Frosted Yeats. Right there.
Get you a box. It's even got a word
It got a word search
on
on the back of it?
How old school is that?
This should only be one word, and it's Yeet.
Is it?
Is it in there?
In here? No.
I don't see it.
It's not in here.
No. Wait. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I see it.
There, yep. There you go.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeet is in there.
And you on the WWE shop, you get two boxes. 1999.
Frosted Yeats right there.
Crazy thing is, it's $30 after shipping and handling.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pay for that shipping. This
You'll
ain't
get it
Amazon
sometime
Prime,
in
ladies
June.
and gentlemen.
See, here you go. This item will be shipped no later than June 16th.
Correct. So don't fix your pallets for Frosted Yeats just yet.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to wait on that for a little bit.
Yeah. You have to sit on that one. But
we got boxes though.
Yeah. But Jey Uso, now brand new World Heavyweight Championship, make things a little more interesting for the night after WrestleMania Monday Night Raw, which is coming to us tomorrow. Next up, we had the World Heavyweight Tag Team Championship match. It was the War Raiders taking on the New Day. How do we feel about this match?
I wasn't invested.
No? I feel like the match was decent.
Yeah, the match was good.
Yeah, the match was decent. The outcome was what I wanted.
Yeah.
I did want not that I have anything against the War Raiders. I do love them. They're a great tag team. But the New Day had to win this. New Day had
to get this.
Yeah, there was no way that the heel turn would have made any sense or any, they needed this to continue the momentum of this heel turn for New Day. So winning the tag team championships was the natural thing to happen here, and I am glad that it did.
That's what I mean by the show is predictable. Like, we knew what was going to happen. We were just watching them get to that end goal.
Mm-hmm.
War Raiders hasn't done pretty much anything.
Yeah, their title reign was like, meh.
Yeah, they haven't done anything. They were basically just placeholders until this event.
Yeah, till New Day get their WrestleMania moment and get another tag team championship reign under their belt.
Yeah, the War Raiders are probably gonna come out. Oh, we want a rematch. We want a rematch. Call foul. They'll get a rematch and lose again. Then we won't see the War Raiders for a while.
Yeah, and then New Day can continue their reign, and which is hopefully a good one. Definitely looking forward to New Day moving forward as the World Tag Team Champions. I'm all about that.
They're probably gonna hold it for a long time too.
I feel like they should.
Yeah.
I feel like they should, especially on Raw. There's no tag teams on Raw really.
Mm-mm.
Not like it is on SmackDown, which I'm still mad the ladder match didn't take place on WrestleMania, or is it for WrestleMania? From
Yeah.
yeah, because I think that's going to be on SmackDown. It's going to be the triple threat ladder match with Street Profits, DIY, and Motor City
That would have been better
for Mania.
for Mania.
That's a WrestleMania
Definitely.
match. That's what when they announced it, the crowd started booing when Nick Aldis said next week on SmackDown. Everybody's like boo, because it's like that's a WrestleMania match. Come on,
Yeah, that should been...
WrestleMania is already 76 hours long.
You can add one more.
You could throw that match on there. Come on now, ladder match too, multi-team ladder match. Come on. But yeah. Next up, we had Jade Cargill versus Naomi. This match had, predictable, yes.
It would have been better if Naomi would have won.
It would have, but Jade had to win this. Jade had to win this one. Yeah, I didn't see any scenario where Jade did not win this. You gotta establish her. This is her first singles WrestleMania match. This is, pretty much her first big, without being part of a tag team or anything like that. Like, this is her first big match to, I guess, set her on that path of being a single star. So she had to get this win. But Naomi was good.
Yeah, the match was decent. I had no issues with the match at all.
What about the new entrance? I know you were a fan of the Glow.
No, I don't like it.
You don't like this? Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, when I was like,
I literally said, me and my daughter was watching it, and I'm like, wait, there's no Glow.
No,
I was done.
Glow's dead.
I was done.
Proceed with caution.
This is the second time she's gone heel.
Don't like it.
I like this heel. But we couldn't get a darker Glow music or something.
Yeah, almost like some.
You could have got some
gothic
rock,
club, gothic
EDM,
club music or something. Yeah, just like low strobes, something. Yeah. But Jade Cargill did pick up the win here. We knew that was happening, but it was a decent match. Next up was the United States Championship match. It was the Samoan Werewolf Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight. No. We got a brand new United States champion. How did you feel about this matchup?
I knew Jacob was getting it. They've been bumping Jake, pushing Jacob for a little while. And he needed this.
Yes. Yeah.
He needed this. He needed this to cement himself in the WWE. He don't need no world championship right now.
Right. Just establishes
with the
him.
United States Championship title is great.
Yeah. Good match between him and LA Knight also.
Yeah. LA Knight did his thing. Jacob did his thing. They were both great in the ring.
Yeah. It wasn't like Jacob steamrolled him. To an extent.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't all just one-sided. LA Knight did not need to win. He really don't need this belt.
Nah. He'll probably get a rematch, maybe, and then, we'll get...
Maybe down the line.
Yeah.
But Jacob Fatu, I'm intrigued to see what he does with this belt.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's good with this belt, let's bump him up.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
The ball...
And now, we have the whole, of course Solo's been backing him, but how does Solo feel now that, Jacob Fatu is obviously more successful than him as...
We're eventually going to get a Jacob and Solo match.
Yeah, without a doubt. But we have a brand new United States champion, which is exciting. I'm down. Let's go.
Yeah, because LA Knight was boring with it.
Yeah, his title reign wasn't the best.
Real boring.
Yeah. Next up, we had El Grande Americano. Was originally supposed to be Rey Mysterio, but Rey took an injury on SmackDown.
Yeah, he pulled his groin. Torn his groin or something like that.
So Rey's out, unfortunately, but Ray replaced him. Ray Phoenix, that is. So Ray Phoenix got his WrestleMania moment, got a WrestleMania match against El Grande Americano, but it was not the way that Ray Phoenix wanted his WrestleMania to go. Good match, really enjoyed it. Listen, Chad Gable's out here doing work.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. But Ray should have won this.
You think so?
Yeah, hell yeah. First, you got Ray Phoenix coming out. This should have been Ray Phoenix beating El Grande, unmasking him.
I think we're setting up for that though. Like I think this is going to continue, and then we're going to set up for a mass versus mass match.
This has been going on too long though.
Really? You think
El Grande America? This has been going on too long, in my opinion. This is
like a month and a half, maybe.
Yeah, this is not a skit that should be dragged on.
You don't want to draw it out.
Event.
Okay. Maybe
it should have been a flash in the pan thing.
Okay. Maybe the next PLE.
Huh?
Maybe the next PLE they do the
No, it's too far. Too far away. This should have been it.
I feel like they're going with this for
Ray should have got his. First off, you had Ray lose. Ray Phoenix lose. Crazy.
Yeah, well,
crazy.
I mean, I'm sure Rey Mysterio probably would have lost here too. Like, I really think we're gonna have the blow off match be a mass versus mass when Grande Americano will finally get unmasked and the world will see.
I don't know, but now they just announced they got what, AAA?
Yes. So when I was watching the pre-show, I wasn't. I was watching it, but then I was also doing other things. I was trying to, pick up some stuff and like I seen everybody lined up there, and I heard the announcement, but I didn't hear the announcement. I thought it was just like a partnership. I'm like, all right, well they're partnering with AAA. Okay, that's cool. Worlds collide, all that good stuff. But no, they acquired AAA. I'm like, oh, that's different than a partnership.
Mm-hmm.
that's big business.
Yeah. So their whole
that's legit. That's legit, man.
Latin department is about to be huge.
That's legit. That was, yeah.
Which is, in my opinion, is a good thing.
Yes, yeah, it is a really good thing.
Get more Latin talent in the WWE so we can stop acting like Dragon Lee is Latino. I mean, get this thing going.
Yeah, but yeah, man, that's a big get. That is a really big get. Yeah, man. So, yeah, I think we're milking this a little bit more, and then we're gonna get a mass versus mass match at some point. I don't know if we just completely integrate. I don't know. Like, what do we do now that, how long the timetable for Ray or whatever like that, who knows?
A torn groin? He out for a minute.
So, we don't know where the end game is for this now then.
Yeah. That's if he don't need surgery.
Yeah, that's correct. So next up, it was time for the women's match. The women's championship match. It was like Tiffy time. So Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair for the WWE Women's Championship. How do we feel about this match? And how do we feel about the outcome?
First off, it was sloppy.
I mean, it wasn't going to be polished. These two have I didn't see this match being a polished match. I seen this being one of those, sink or swim things. Charlotte's like, look, I'm just gonna go out there and do stuff. If it don't look good, don't look good. She don't care.
My problem, first off, who approved the wardrobe?
There's a lot of sparklies.
Y'all look alike.
Yeah,
just one looks ancient than the other one. I'm talking to you, Charlotte. I'm sorry. You look old. How old is she?
Not that old. She looks ancient.
She's 39?
Mm-hmm. She's not that old.
look at us and look at her.
I admit, the paper route doesn't seem to be the easiest, but
I don't know why I thought she was like 45, 50-ish.
No.
Natalya looks better than her. And how old is Natalya? Oh, Natalya's 42.
Yeah.
Charlotte, you've had a hard life. Cut it out.
Cut it out.
You know what I mean? Some retinol, exfoliate, sunblock lotion. I don't know.
You know who
This
else
match sucked.
You know who else needed to take care of her face? Tiffany Stratton, because she got
You saw her mouth.
She got bruised up. Yeah, it looked things got a little, as we knew they would. They weren't going to be, there was a lot of like hair pull twisting, and
she couldn't close her mouth at the end of the match. She busted a tooth out.
I think her tooth is okay, but her mouth was not. Like,
no, that tooth is cracked, gone.
No, she did it. She did the presser afterwards.
Oh, she put some veneers in.
but yeah, it was ugly.
Ooh.
It was ugly. Charlotte made sure in that loss that she got what she wanted out of Tiffany.
And see, this is why Charlotte's not that good of a person. Like, this could have been a fun back and forth rivalry.
Yes.
This could have been old versus new. Y'all having a good time. Like, y'all act like y'all didn't even like each other.
She don't like her. She don't like her.
A lot of people don't like each other, but they great in the ring.
She don't like her.
You can't even be professional.
She don't like her.
Couldn't even be professional. You couldn't be professional and put on a good show.
She don't like her.
That's why you lost. That's why your knee messed up.
And again, this is what needed to happen. I think we talked about this like for weeks building up to it. Like, in order for Tiffany Stratton to be that person, like she would have to win this match against Charlotte. It's Charlotte, so there's always
Tiffany.
No. And even then, like, we also talked, it was like, it is Charlotte Flair. Like, she could just win the match, because this is what happens when you got Charlotte in a championship match. It could happen. But I felt like it needed, like, for Tiffany, it would definitely have hurt Tiffany's stock if she were to lose to Charlotte. Like, it was one of those things where this would have been one of those things where that would have played into a lot of the momentum for Tiffany Stratton if she were to lose.
And here's the thing. I believe that when she won WrestleMania, when they came back and told her, you're going to win WrestleMania, right?
Oh, the Rumble for Charlotte?
Yeah, Rumble, not WrestleMania. When they told her she was going to win the Rumble, and she won, she thought that she probably had it in the back of her mind that, okay, I win the Rumble, I'm going to get a championship, I'm good. And then somebody backstage told her, no, sweetheart, you're not winning a championship right now. And that's when she decided that she wasn't going to give any effort into this. I believe that's what happened. I believe that's why Charlotte was a complete train wreck, because it makes sense. Her feelings. She thinks she up here better than everybody. She deserves this. No. I even accepted the fact that she won the Rumble. I'm like, all right, cool. Charlotte Flair, she won the Rumble. Cool. She out there.
That's what she does, yeah.
But then you act like you some spoiled little brat and not going to give, at least you didn't even give 60%.
Yeah, Charlotte is rich. Let's look, let's keep it real. Like, Charlotte is great in the ring. She is when she wants to be.
when she wants to be. When she wants to be. I'm done with it. I don't need to see Charlotte Flair ever again.
Yeah, we'll find out where this goes now. I mean, Tiffany Stratton has
her contract
defeated. Tiffany has defeated Charlotte, so it is still Tiffy time in WWE and on SmackDown. Yeah. So, but yeah, that needed to happen now. Like I said, a loss would have hurt Tiffany here for sure. Would she still be popular? Yes, but I feel like in the grand scheme of things, like it's the WrestleMania moment, and falling victim to the black hole and the title, the championship Galactus that is Charlotte Flair. This had to happen. But that brings us to our main event, the triple threat main event for night 1 of WrestleMania. This was Seth Rollins versus CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. Paul Heyman in the corner of CM Punk. And look, this match didn't disappoint. This match was good. This was the show. This was fitting for a WrestleMania main event. This was what you want. This was the excitement. This was the drama. This was the spectacle. This was everything you wanted out of a WrestleMania match, and they gave it to you in this triple threat match. Rollins, Punk, and Reigns did work out there. Really enjoyed this.
This was professionals working.
Yeah.
That's what this was. This was people who might not agree with each other 110%. People who have different political views than the majority. I'm talking about you, Roman. But they came out there. They did awesome work. It was fun. It was engaging. To be honest with you, I didn't know how it was going to turn out.
Yeah, this was one of those ones. Yeah, because the whole thing was Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman what role would Paul Heyman play in this, and how would it affect the outcome of the match? Was the story here? You had all 3 of these guys, all 3 of them that you could. I can't say kind of sort of see him winning. I didn't see Roman winning this match at all. I think we even said, I was like, I don't think Roman was going to come away with the win. I even said, like, it's a possibility that Seth Rollins actually wins this match. And I mean, how did we feel about the ending? First of all, like all this, like, the kick outs and, the reversals, the spear into the pedigree, the GTSs, all that was the power bombs through the tables. Like, we had a lot going on here in this match.
Yeah. And I think that's what the crowd needed.
Yeah.
Like, looking at the crowd reactions, that's exactly what they needed.
Yeah.
Because there was people in there. I keep forgetting that people don't understand the business too well, and the WWE cameramen really catch that when the shock, the awes.
Yeah,
calm down, sweetheart. But it was the ending played out. I was shocked. My daughter was shocked. We were all complete confusion on what was happening. So excited about that.
That's what you need. Like that moment. Like that is the textbook definition of a WrestleMania moment. That's something that gives you like, yo, this happened here. I'm not going to forget this.
Yeah. We were like, when the chair came out, I was like, wait a minute, what is about to happen here?
Right.
Like, is he? And then it was just so much going on. And then when he made the first turn, I'm like, damn. Why would he do that? Then he did it again to Roman.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, what is going on? And my daughter stood up. She stood up.
The crazy thing is when he gave the chair to Punk, And as soon as he got in the ring, I knew he was going to turn on Punk. But when he gave the chair to Roman, it still didn't register to me. Like, I didn't see the Roman turn. Like, it like maybe a couple, like, I was like, all right, he's going to hand it to him. And then, like, even still, when he was like, yo, you know, this is the chair shot to the back. Like, when he's telling him, like, hit him in the back. Like, you know, the whole shield thing. Like, I still didn't really see this one. Because, like, I guess I didn't want to.
You didn't want to believe it.
I couldn't fathom it because I didn't see what the future would look like with Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins. But, you know, and
it was personal against Roman.
Yeah.
Because he dug in and watch it back. He cranked his arm several times. And I'm like, did you miss the first one? Like, what are we doing here? Get off the men's.
Yeah, he only got the left one. He needed to make sure the right.
Yeah. And I was. And it was, you know what? I am so excited to see what the relationship between Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins is going to be.
Yeah. I'm like, like now that, you know, now that Roman has nothing now.
Well, he did this to himself. He let, you know, when he was out, he let Jacob torment Paul Heyman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Got attacked.
Yeah.
He knew Punk was just using him.
Yeah.
Like, you knew that. That was the writing was on the wall. That you knew he was just using him.
Yeah.
They weren't, you know, it wasn't a legit friendship.
Yeah, that was wild. You know, Rollins was just pretty much said, look, you know, I'm gonna take everything. Pretty much, you got nothing. You know,
and he got nothing.
Yeah, you got nothing. He even dropped it. He was like me. He was like, you ain't got Mox. You ain't got nobody. Like, you ain't got nothing here.
Yeah, when he threw Moxley's name out there, I'm like,
he's like,
I don't think that was approved.
He's like, you ain't got nothing. You know, and now he has no wise man. He has nothing.
Nothing.
And then, you know, I loved the Seth Rollins wins this match, by the way, people. With the another chair shot to the back, which is Roman Reigns' kryptonite. Getting a chair shot to the back, just that sealed the deal. He probably could have pinned him off of that. Like, that is Roman's kryptonite.
Yeah,
but with the curb stomp,
back for nothing.
Pause. And
just thought about that.
Yeah. And but yeah, no, this, like, I like the fact that they definitely made sure that you knew that this was a heel turn for Seth Rollins, because you can kind of see, like, all right, well, Paul Heyman, maybe this is something with Paul Heyman, or, you know, people who were still hanging on to Seth Rollins being the popular babyface, whatever like that, you know, which still could have been the case watching live, even though you can, if you got eyes, you can see that this was a heel turn. But they wanted to drive that point home because on the commentary, you know, they're like, oh, son of a bitch, yada yada yada. So they wanted to put that in your head that no, this is a heel turn. This is bad. Seth bad man now. And then you got,
I'm for it.
And then you got the after effect with just like Punk sitting in the ring, like, yo, what just happened? But like the devastation and just emptiness in Roman when he's sitting on the apron, like he with his head down, like he's going through his mind, like, yo, there's nothing. I got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's probably thinking, like, all the whole bloodline, all this and that, like, all this time. He's like, yo, there's nothing here. And, like, Seth just walks off with Paul Heyman.
Forget the walk-off. Can we talk about the outfit? My man came out with the flamethrower.
Yes.
And
burning it down.
Outfit change.
Burn it, yes. Yes, he did.
Yes, I was like, the best one. This is the best one he's done. Because the lights went dark. I'm like, oh, what happened? What's going on?
Like dark.
Yeah, it was gone. And he come out with the Jared Leto fit. I'm like, look at this man.
Yeah. This was good. This is what you wanted the WrestleMania main event to be, man.
Yeah,
This was
the rest of the show is trash compared to this.
This was the moment. This was the WrestleMania moment that he needed. And we got way more questions than we got answers now. And it's one of those things where now we're looking forward to Raw. We need to see what's going on. We need to know what the future looks like between this. And this is how you do it. This is what you want. You're like, this is the excitement for the Raw after Mania. What's next? You know?
Tons of questions. And we're still not even done. We still got night 2. So
yeah, we still got night 2. Let's jump into what we have for night 2. We have in no particular order. We got the Sin City Street fight between Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest tonight. Priest. I was leaning Damian Priest, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
But what are we doing with Drew?
I don't know.
If Drew's not angry at somebody, we don't have Drew.
That's true.
If he's not targeting somebody, we don't have a Drew.
That's true.
And Priest needs the W because he's not doing nothing right now.
Okay. All right.
Here's the thing. If Drew loses,
you still get Drew complaining. Yeah, you still get Drew complaining.
You expect it.
True.
If Priest wins, they're like, okay, he got Priest. I mean, he beat Drew. So let's see what's the next step for Priest.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Like, Drew winning doesn't do nothing for him. It's still Drew regardless. He's still going to be the same guy if he wins or loses.
Yeah, and then maybe WrestleMania is just a bad event for him, too. Like, you know, last year. He won last year and then he lost. So
just have him 0 and forever.
So, all right. Well, you talk me back into it. We'll do Damian Priest. We got Randy Orton's open challenge.
Aleister Black. Well, they did announce 425.
Yeah, so Sami Zayn? I don't know.
I don't know either. It's got to be somebody fun.
Yeah, I mean, that would be nice.
Yeah. I don't have it serious. If you're going to have an open chat or truth or just have this type of match like here.
My out of the box thinking was like, just give us Joe Hendry.
I said that too. Yeah. I swear to God, I was talking in the house and we were talking about who could he go against, and I'm like, please be Joe Hendry.
Yeah, just
please.
Just go with Joe Hendry.
I am such a fan of Joe Hendry. Is crazy. That would be amazing. I don't even care who wins and loses. It doesn't matter to me.
Oh yeah, Joe Hendry ain't beating Randy Orton.
No. But to have that...
just do it. Yeah, it's something fun. Why not?
The pop alone...
would be nuts.
Take the roof off of that arena.
Be nuts. That would be nuts. Yeah, that would be nuts.
I need that.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
They would drop the ball. See, every time I apply to be a writer with the WWE, I don't get no callback.
So... next up, we have AJ Styles versus Logan Paul.
I'm scared Paul's going to win.
Me too. I don't want to say it, but I think that's what's going to happen.
Terrified.
I do think that's what's going to happen. I don't want this to happen. Let me put that on record. I never want to see anything successful happen for Logan Paul.
And here's the thing about Logan Paul is this. Like I said, I don't know him when he was YouTube. I only know Logan Paul as a wrestler. I like this persona and character that he plays.
Oh, absolutely.
He's like
absolutely.
a diluted MJF.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's yeah. And he's good at making you hate him because that also comes natural.
Yes. So
it's good. He does a good job at that. Yes.
I don't want him to beat AJ Styles because that's not the type of person he should be beating. He should be winning matches against like A-Town Down Under or somebody on that level.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even be mad if he got like an Intercontinental Championship belt. I wouldn't even be upset about that.
Yeah. I mean, this former U.S. champion.
Yeah, I would know he would be such a an arrogant asshole.
Mm-hmm. Which he never defended when he had it.
Yeah, and I don't expect him to.
Yeah.
I expect him never to wrestle with it, to just always be MIA, cutting video packages, and then in the next match he actually wrestles in, he loses the belt.
Right. Yeah.
And I like that for that character.
Right.
But he should not beat AJ Styles.
No.
That's an injustice. That's disrespectful to AJ Styles.
Yes. Regardless of how he feels about this.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the Women's Tag Team Championships. Bayley's out. Bayley got injured.
Yeah, but they've been talking about removing her from this for a while.
Yeah.
On the grapevine.
Yeah, so it's Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez defending against Lyra Valkyria and probably Becky Lynch.
Bringing Becky Lynch back?
Why not? She's Irish. Lyra Valkyria is Irish. They've had some on. They've had TV time together.
Okay.
As cohorts.
I don't know why you would. I don't know why they would remove Bayley
to put in Becky. Because I'm like, the replacement's got to be. Because Bayley not injured, like so what would be the replacement? Why would you replace her then?
Is Lyra Valkyria Irish?
Mm-hmm. Unless you have someone like Becky Lynch to bring back. Why else would you do this?
I don't know. What Becky? I ain't heard Becky. She done her movies.
Yeah. Why else would you swap this out?
Yeah. And Bayley's radio silent.
Yeah, I mean, and they ran the gauntlet in the to win the to win the right for it, and then you just take her out. She did all the work for it.
Have it so you got Lyra holding 2 titles. Becky Lynch get a title. Lyra drops that other title she got, and they should be tag team partners. But they don't even mesh right. They don't even. Her and Becky, I don't know.
I mean, that's where I'm going. I got nothing better than Becky Lynch.
Maybe
right
some shenanigans and cheating going on, so they don't lose the title.
Maybe, yeah, something. Yeah. Next we have the Intercontinental Championship, the Fatal 4-Way. It's Braun Breaker defending against Finn Balor, Penta, and Dominic Mysterio.
Penta.
You're going new Intercontinental Champion in Penta. Yep. Okay.
It's gotta be Penta.
I'm down. I don't care about Braun Breaker or the Intercontinental Championship reign that he's been on.
No.
Sorry, I still don't. Even with the promo he did with the whole Steiner math situation, which I'll give him a half a point, but that was your uncle's, so
I didn't even watch it.
You just stole that from your uncle, so you know, whatever.
He started talking, and I saw the clip, and I just kept on scrolling.
Yeah, no. But I think Penta.
Yeah, and Penta's gonna win because Dom and Finn are gonna bump heads.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's JD?
He out, man. I mean, you know, a lot of things happen after WrestleMania. It pretty much sets the calendar year. So there's gonna be a lot of stuff happening immediately after WrestleMania. A lot of returns, debuts. Who knows? There's gonna be some call ups. Gonna be some call ups. You know, we got the rumor that Rusev and Lana are possibly on the way back. So you know, it'll be an interesting time. You got Aleister Black pretty much making his way. But yeah,
that whole squad need to come over.
So yeah,
that whole squad, even Julia Hart.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that whole squad need to come over.
We have the women's triple threat match. Io Sky defending against Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair.
For some reason, I think Io's going to win.
You think so?
And it's not going to count as a loss to Bianca.
You think she's going to pin Rhea again?
Mm-hmm.
I'm biased. I got to go Bianca. I need Bianca to continue winning at WrestleMania.
This is the best reign Io has had in a long time.
So
last time she had a belt, she was garbage.
Yeah, this is not boring because they want, she's the afterthought in this between Rhea and Bianca. But I don't know, man. I think Bianca should not be losing at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And then it's the big one. Then it is the main event of night 2. This is the main event of WrestleMania. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship.
We already know what's happening. We know Cena's going to win. We know Stone Cold's showing up. He was there. He's in Vegas.
Yeah, he's in Vegas. Hall of Fame.
He there.
Yeah.
So,
shout out
Cena's
to the best
winning.
WrestleMania match, by the way, winning the WrestleMania moment. That is my all-time favorite WrestleMania match, the submission match from 13. But yeah, no, maybe we get The Rock out there. Maybe we get Austin coming out. Maybe Rock eats a stunner. That would be great. I would love to check that off on my list. But yeah, all signs are pointing to John Cena walking away with this here.
Yeah. Then Cody gone licking his wounds, crying.
I mean, listen, this should be a very interesting night. Night 2 is just a few short hours away. We'll be kicking
real
off.
short.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Pre-show starts. Is the pre-show starting at 4 today?
I believe so. Well, I mean, we got T-minus. So
I don't think I'm gonna do that.
It's gonna be a big night for you, so you might need to take a nap before WrestleMania.
I still gotta cook.
Oh yeah, you got it's preparation. This is WrestleMania night 2. This is the second half of it.
Yeah.
So I mean, we've been through night 1. We previewed night 2 once again, and the only thing to do was see you guys on the other side of it. So that's going to do it for us on the Buried the Booking podcast this time. Thank you for joining us. Happy Easter again to all the people who do that. Happy WrestleMania weekend as we finish that off. Please like, share, follow, subscribe, and join us as we talk night 2 WrestleMania the next time we see you guys on the flip. Later.